going to be one of those games that was a heavyweight fight in the first half, and then your defense punched them in the jaw, I think, and you guys took control of that ball game.
Well, I was really pleased with the way our defense played. They had a great game plan. I think just a couple plays got away from them early on in that first half. But I was also pleased with the way our offense came out. And yeah, we only walked away with 3 points on that first drive, but it was a big, long drive. We were able to do a lot of different things, and I think it helped set the tone in that first drive. And then our defense comes out, gets a pick. Their offense had been off the field for a long time, and I think that contributed a little bit to it.
Well, and Coach, talk about the adjustments that you and your staff made, or Coach Johnson made defensively. I mean, their big plays over the top really hurt you early on in the ball game, but then it looked like you went to a 3 deep or something like that on defense. Talk about the adjustments that Coach Johnson made.
Well, it helped when we were able to get that 10-point lead, and then we knew they would start throwing the ball a little bit more. So we have some great defensive linemen. Even when we rushed 3, we applied a lot of pressure to them, so they couldn't sit back there and throw the ball very long or have a lot of time to throw the ball. And so it gave that extra guy in coverage, which really helped us out.
Well, Coach, we named Bryce Mortensen and also Colton Durant as the Lewiston State Bank players of the game. Talk about Bryce Mortensen tonight, because a lot of people obviously focused on Fehoko. He got that invite to the All-American Bowl or whatever, the Army All-American Bowl last night, but Bryce, I think, outshined him the way he played tonight.
Well, sometimes up here in northern Cache Valley, I wonder if we get forgotten a little bit by some of those people down in the state and elsewhere. But Bryce is a great athlete. He made a great catch to put it in the end zone in the first half. Just a miraculous catch there, and he just worked so hard. And the thing that a lot of people don't understand about Bryce is how well he blocks.
Oh yeah.
He creates so much for our offense because he blocks so well. So when we run a bubble screen or anything like that, and it's going Bryce's direction, we're going to get positive yards, and that starts spreading the defense, starts taking them out of what they do. And so Bryce is a fabulous receiver. He's an incredible blocker, and that's why he started as a sophomore, is his ability to block. And he still does it. He takes care of the little tiny details, the things that they don't get recognition for, and I think that's what makes him such a great player.
Now, talk about Durant a little bit. His play right there, you heard him describe it. He didn't get blocked, so he was thinking screen, but he grabbed that with one paw.
Durant's a great athlete, and Durant's. I have not seen a defensive lineman as good as Colton Durant. Unless you looked at our own team, and then you can start stacking him up. He is just impressive. I think he plays with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He wants to play at the next level, and nobody's really jumping on him, and I just don't understand it when you got probably the best defensive lineman in the state right here. But his play is just impressive.
Well, Coach, we wanted to get a comment too about that play that pitcher had the touchdown. It looked like it was going to get picked off. I thought it was Bryce Mortensen because we just saw the pink Under Armour stuff. But where was pitcher even lined up? Was he did he just jump off the sideline? What was that? He came out of nowhere on that touchdown.
I think that pass was intended to Bryce, and pitcher just saw the ball in the air. And we always tell the guys, when the ball's in the air, it's yours. And he followed that philosophy. He went and picked it out of the air and got himself a touchdown. The way he caught it, and when he started running forward out of the end zone, I thought it was a pick as well. I couldn't, because there was a lot of commotion from where I was sitting. But I saw the movement coming out of the end zone, and then I realized it was Jake, and I was really excited for him. He does a great job on D. He does a great job in our little sets, coming in as a tight end and blocking, and so I was excited for him to get that.
Again, if you're just joining us, Skyview gets the victory tonight, 34-24 over Brighton, and they remain undefeated at 7-0. We're joined with Coach Craig Anhder here on the post-game show here on 1390 KLGN. Coach, a couple more questions before we let you go. Just talking about pitcher, I guess he was ejected. We didn't see what happened. I don't know if you didn't like the explanation you received. His helmet looked like he got ripped off, but the question we had is whether or not the rules state that he has to sit out anything in the next game against Roy, or how does that work out?
I know in an ejection you're supposed to sit out the next game, and so we're going to look into that. I know in those kind of situations they will look at the film to see what happened. And I don't know if we got film on what happened, and things were happening fast. I don't know if it appeared Jake did throw a punch, but it also appeared that a guy ripped his helmet off and took 2 shots at him first, and Jake was a little bit in self-defense. And so, you know, the high school association will look at that, and I'm sure they're going to make the best decision they feel that protects the game. And, you know, we don't coach that kind of stuff. It's an emotional game, and Jake had a great game, and he played hard. And so we'll look at it and evaluate it and see where we're at after that.
Yeah, we just were curious what the rules stated, because